What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of an Italian Mafia Saga, Book 1. You have successfully found Chapter 21. If you've been following me up to this point, I hope you're still hooked because the action is raw and real and uncut. And I just want to thank you for all the love, the support, the subscriptions, the feedback. Everybody at my job in Lakeland, Florida, I just want to say I love y'all. I thank y'all for all the support and the friendship. And, as me, I always stay on the grind, and I am not going to stop pushing this thing until somebody picks up the bait. Somebody going to retire off of this one right along with me. So without anything further, I thank you all for joining me, and let's get on with Chapter 21 of an Italian Mafia Saga. Book 1 of 3. The FBI has been busy building their case over the next few weeks. School's out for the summer. They learned Donovan and Heather got married in Belize. They learned that Max Denisi somehow got an invitation. They didn't know he showed up uninvited. The FBI and the Las Vegas Metro PD raided Matteo Corbenzo's garage that he was using as a front to launder money and run drugs across the West Coast and the Midwest. 47 kilos of cocaine were seized and 5 illegal immigrants were arrested. But Corbenzo was gone. The FBI also learned that the men that were once the crime boss's entourage were now planning to seek Corbenzo's life and Donovan's life for the money that they never received after Mario Segliato killed Donovan's parents. Corbenzo resigned them as his entourage and went on with his life. 2 of Corbenzo's former henchmen, Salvatore Brado and Armando De Palma, had taken it upon themselves to coerce some valuable information out of Donovan. So these 2 brass ballers walked into a place where Donovan didn't know they knew where he was a member of. Extreme Couture UFC fitness training gym in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was right in the middle of adult teen night on Monday, June 12, 2023. To their surprise, Donovan was in the center of a 40-person class of MMA combat training on the mat with another much larger teenage boy that Donovan had in a head-arm chokehold, and he wasn't letting go unless the opponent broke his hold or tapped out. Both men dressed in nice Brioni suits looking like Wall Street tycoons stopped out of range of interrupting the class, but close enough to see the action. Antonio's muscle-bound 16-year-old son had a bigger teen in an unbreakable chokehold, and the guy finally tapped out. The guys got up, and Donovan had veins pressing through his shoulders like tree branches. Antonio was 5'5.5", but built just like his son. The genes, but size didn't matter to these 2 knucklehead gangsters. "Bravo, Mr. Lovato," Salvatore Brado said, clapping his hands in a disrespectful approval of Donovan's sparring victory. "Excuse me, but can I help you, gentlemen?" a male class instructor asked, approaching both visitors. "We've just got a little business with Mr. Lovato over there," Armando De Palma said. "That's going to have to wait until after class," the instructor said. Then the 2 men stepped onto the mat with their shoes on. "Excuse me, but you 2 can't be on the mat with the shoes on," the instructor said. "Who's going to stop us?" Salvatore Brado asked, heading toward Donovan. "I will," Donovan said, standing up and coming back out into the center. The instructor put his left arm up, guarding his student from fighting. The 2 men had no intention of leaving without some kind of resolution. "If you don't leave, then I'll be forced to call the cops. Now please leave," the instructor said. "I'll tell you both what. Donovan, you give me 1 round, and if you win, we'll leave," Armando said, then looked at his partner, Salvatore. All the students were wondering what was going on. Everyone had seen the news about Donovan Lovato and everything that was aired. But the man's just trying to live his life. One of them just challenged Donovan to a fight. The instructor consented, but the men had to remove their shoes. The instructor had no love for disrespectful, boastful mouths. Salvatore Brado took off his coat and his tie, stepped out into the middle of the grappling mats, gave instructions to both men. Then began the fight. All right, rewind. Salvatore Brado took off his coat and his tie and stepped out into the middle of the grappling mats. The instructor gave instructions to both men, then began the fight. Donovan has never seen these two men before, so why are they here for him? What's he done now? Salvatore Brado slowly circled the mat, keeping his eyes on Lovato. The big kid thinks he can fight like a grown man, eh? Salvatore threw a fast left fist and Donovan blocked it, wrapped Brado up in a tight neck crank. Cervical choke, can opener, hold. Then proceeded to right-hand punch Salvatore in the face over and over. Salvatore tried to guard his face, but after 5 direct punches to the face, the instructor called the bout. Donovan unlocked and returned to his feet as a red-faced and bloody-nosed, bloody-lipped Salvatore Brado got up, angrily wanting more. Armando grabbed Brado and forcefully drug him out of the dojo as he cursed Donovan's life. As far as Matteo Corbenzo goes, the FBI knew he hired Mario Sigliato, a local pool shark who claims to have had a source that knew where Antonio Lovato's $5 million in cash was hidden. Sigliato died with Lovato and his wife in the hit, and the money stayed hidden. Corbenzo was in over his head with the FBI, and now he's on the run, possibly from Andregas Valatori. Los Angeles Mafia crime boss Marcosi Giovanni had it set in his mind to get his $275,000 owed to him by Bricks Lovato over a gambling loss over the Atlanta Braves at the New York Yankees baseball game aired on June 9, 2012. Giovanni wanted the Capo di Tutti Capi Max Denisi in the grave. Who better for the job than a growing mafia murderer like Donovan Lovato, the son of Denisi's dead underboss? And Donovan was either going to work for him, pay him, or die. Richard Galucco and Melvin Cole, two former Las Vegas Metro police officers turned hitmen for the LA Mafia crime boss Marcosi Giovanni, have not only been living under the radar because of their leaving the scene of the Mafia-style murder and never returning to their jobs again, but they have also built a reputation as a Murder Inc. duo founded by Giovanni himself. From 2012 to present, these two contract murderers have over 68 Mafia-style murders that have never been solved. LA Mayor Bartoli Scalia in 2013, when his Mercedes-Benz exploded with him inside it. Marcosi Giovanni told these two killers to get rid of the mayor. Plainly, blow his fucking balls off and shove them in his mouth. Giovanni told them and paid them to do it. The mayor was secretly video recorded taking millions from Vegas tax dollars and supporting human trafficking. So the killers did just that and snapped photos to show the boss. In 2016, another instance among dozens that have already been committed, a bookie of Giovanni's had been skimming profits off NFL seasons. The boss gambled point spreads on to run his own MDMA hustle all over California to as far as the state of Arizona. The same bookie was found in a dumpster in San Francisco with 5 bullets to the back of his head 5 days later. These guys meant business. 2 hitmen were ordered by Giovanni to go help Donovan by getting rid of a certain detective. Las Vegas homicide detective was the Las Vegas homicide detective that was responsible for the arrest of Donovan Lovato. And they were ordered to get Detective Michael Cantrelli out of Lovato's way in an act of kindness that would possibly coerce him to do one or the other and decide quickly. Las Vegas homicide detective Cantrelli had been doing an investigation on the man that Donovan Lovato killed and just beat a first-degree murder rap over, Pedro Scarparelli. The detective learned that Pedro Scarparelli was a Mafia-style associate for Max Denisi. Pedro Scarparelli had been ordered by Denisi to kill Donovan Lovato for his apparent rebelliousness and financial sprees. It wasn't just that. Denisi wanted to get paid because he's the boss, and Donovan wasn't having it. On the night of Friday, June 16, 2023, Detective Michael Cantrelli was leaving his office in Las Vegas, Nevada after a 13-hour work shift, investigating the two Las Vegas Metro police officers that allegedly arrived on the scene before two FBI agents coerced them to leave the murder scene and never continue as cops again. Cantrelli thought that if he was going to find out anything about any of this, then he had to start from the beginning. So Cantrelli reopened the investigation of the Antonio Lovato homicide. And after that long shift of thorough examination of every written detail enclosed inside an 11-year-old unsolved murder case, that these two officers were in fact still alive and could be subpoenaed to testify against the two FBI agents that lied on public record about the death of Donovan Lovato, when in fact they knew Lovato's son was still alive. Through a former CIA operative named Donald Shields, Cantrelli learned what would be the last detail he would ever record. Richard Galucco and Melvin Cole slowed to a stop outside the home of Las Vegas Metro PD homicide detective Michael Cantrelli, 3017 Lotus Hill Drive in Las Vegas. The one-story Spanish-tiled home was dark. All the lights were out, and there were two cars in the driveway, a blue 2023 Ford Ranger and a yellow 2022 Ford Escape. The man had a wife, but they were sent to do a job, and it had to be done. Both men entered the home through a picked lock on the back door. The alarm had been disabled, and the home was dark and quiet. Melvin Cole and Richard Galucco went straight to the master bedroom, opened the door, and there they were. Michael Cantrelli and his brunette wife were asleep in their bed. Apparently they had sex because both of them were stark naked and sloppily wrapped in the lavender satin sheets. Melvin Cole pulled a chrome .357 Magnum from inside his coat, pulled the hammer back. The loud bang that sent one round into the forehead of Cantrelli's now dead wife caused him to sit up in alarm, only to be blown backward against the headboard with 4 shots to the chest and one final shot to the forehead. Now for Donovan. Richard Galucco and Melvin Cole headed toward Lovato's condo. They were going to get some answers out of him one way or the other. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love, all the friendship, all the advice, for everybody staying real, not being fake. I appreciate everybody for being you. Y'all are a blessing to me. You know each and every name. I love y'all, and I'm out.